feels like a do or die moment. I've already done this too many times to even be too worried about it. Don't worry about nothing else and start boxing.
What's up, brother?
Just on the ground, you got clowns out here asking me what my intentions are today. Bro, I'm trying to train. I'm locked in. For this camp, we've been keeping it pretty with the same kind of pattern. You know, we wake up around 8:30, and then head to the, strength and conditioning gym. We lift weights, we do, conditioning drills, sprints, all that stuff. Then we take a minor, 10-minute break, and then we head to, boxing. How I get to this point in training camps, when I really dial in, really pay attention, and really just go all into this, just like let my mind go. It's like you get into this mode where it's almost like just pictures playing in your head. Like when you're training, you're not even there really. You're just in a whole different dimension.
Canelo Alvarez has officially stepped in, and it could change everything for Ryan Garcia. As tensions rise ahead of Ryan's clash with Mario Barrios, superstar Canelo is now offering guidance at a critical moment in Ryan's career.
Okay. ¿Lo vas a arreglar?
Sí. What the? Oh my God.
Before going into the further training session, let's see what the fighters are thinking about this clash. Mario Barrios called Ryan Garcia a serious, worthy opponent, and not just some filler. He described Garcia as dangerous and capable, someone who brings real skill and credibility into the ring, and that he deserved to be a live opponent, rather than an easy win. Barrios made it clear he's preparing for the best version of Garcia and respects the threat he poses.
I mean, he's definitely here for a reason. He's dangerous, everything that he brings in there. So, I mean, he's definitely worthy of to be in a live opponent.
Sounded like a qualified yes there, not
yeah.
Worthy of being a live opponent is a lot of words.
yeah, he is.
Ryan, what do you think of that?
When I'm at my top of my game, in top condition, top form, I'm definitely worthy, for sure, 100%.
Do you think the best of him can beat the best of you?
No. Yeah, I mean,
You're asking like a pretty, you know what he's gonna answer.
Ryan respects Barrios as a dangerous and worthy opponent. He said Barrios brings everything you'd expect from a tough fighter: skill, durability, and the willingness to go all out in the ring. Ryan made it clear that when he's at his top form, he considers himself capable of handling Barrios, but he also recognizes that Barrios is someone who never gives an easy fight and always brings the action.
Why was this the fight that you wanted?
I try to let all my decisions be led by God, and I felt like this was the right, decision to make. And he's a great fighter. He's never been in a bad fight. He's always come in a fight. Even in the championship rounds, you see that he's firing back and finds a way to, make sure the gap ain't too far out. So he's one of those guys that's gonna come to fight. And we're gonna have a great one on our hands. So. He just seemed like the right person, to be real.
Is it Mario Barrios or is it the belt?
Oh, it's definitely the belt too. Mario got to, I want to touch it. They say it's bad luck, so I might not even touch it yet. But
after Ryan Garcia's devastating loss to Devin Haney, a lot of people started asking the same question. Was that just a bad night? Or can Ryan not fight elite boxers? But when Canelo Alvarez was asked about Ryan's future, his response wasn't what many expected. He didn't dismiss him. He didn't write him off. Instead, he dropped a message that might say everything about what Ryan needs to hear right now. And if you read between the lines, it reveals a lot about where Garcia really stands in the sport today.
You have a lot of potential to be one of the biggest star in boxing.
Do you think it's like a mental thing when you have all that pressure and you go in there and you get, like, some would say you got like embarrassed kind of?
It's hard. It's obviously it's hard. What I think he need to do is take that loss and learn from that loss. He need to fight soon to give in the eyes of the people who saw him fighting with Tang, right? because no matter what, he's a big star.
Adding to the fight anticipation, former renowned boxer Tim Bradley said that one of the most distinctive weapons in Ryan Garcia's arsenal is his left hook, which is both his biggest offensive threat and a stylistic symptom of his overall approach. Bradley noted that Garcia often throws his jab and quickly exits with his hand down and his chin upright, a habit that can leave him vulnerable to counters, especially from Barrios' right hand, which Bradley sees as the most dangerous shot in Barrios' toolkit.
But the punch for Barrios is the right hand, and he will have opportunities to land it on Ryan Garcia, because Ryan, he shoots his jab and he brings his hand back low, and then he stands up tall as well, so he's always having his chin straight up in the air, and most of the times he'll flick the jab out there or shoot the jab out there, and then he looks to get out of range quickly. That's usually his MO. It's almost like when he's hitting that that bag that comes back, that bag that made him famous.
Bradley explained that while Garcia's speed and quick flicking punches look impressive, they frequently lack nuance beyond his signature left hook. He emphasized that Garcia's pattern of shooting the jab, then resetting range can create openings for Barrios to capitalize on with a clean right hand or disciplined counter. However, Bradley also acknowledged that if Barrios becomes overly aggressive instead of patient, Garcia's quick counter lefts could make him dangerous when moving forward himself.
Barrios, you got to be careful coming forward, man, and getting aggressive, because that's when Ryan Garcia is dangerous. When Ryan Garcia is coming forward, he can be dangerous, but he makes mistakes, and Barrios is a good counterpuncher to make him pay for those mistakes. He has good eyes. I'm pretty sure he can make him pay for a lot of mistakes that he makes, when he's floating in. But if Barrios decides to get aggressive, that's when things can get real dangerous for him, man. Because Ryan Garcia knows how to step back.
Meanwhile, analyst Sonny Edwards framed the matchup as a make-or-break moment for Ryan Garcia. He emphasized that this fight wasn't really a question of how dangerous Mario Barrios is, it was about which version of Garcia would show up. Edwards suggested that if Garcia brought the elite, confident fighter fans know he can be, he'd prove he still belongs at the top. But if the version of him who looked uncertain in his last big performance showed up again, the narrative could flip entirely.
Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios, man. It's a fight that's brewing, right? Who do you think wins? Why? And stylistically, which boxer would you favor in that case?
I think it depends what Ryan Garcia turns up, to be honest. I think Barrios is a good fighter, but I think as far as world champions goes, he's not regarded as the hardest way to a world title right now. I don't think. Look, Ryan, when he's on his best, is a very good, very dangerous fighter and can knock you out on both hands. But I think, the Ryan that fought against Romero, I think he'd need a better version of him than that to beat Barrios. I think he was very poor last time out, and he's got to show that he's still got a lot to give. He's shown it at certain points in his career, and he needs to show it again, I think, for Barrios.
Adding on, Hall of Fame fighter Oscar De La Hoya also weighed in on the build-up and saw something different. He described Garcia as laser-focused and determined, predicting a brutal battle where heart would matter just as much as boxing skill. In his view, the fighter who was willing to dig deepest when the pressure peaked would walk away with victory, making this fight as much a test of will as of ability.
But then you have Ryan, who I see him very focused. I see him determined and ready, and I hear he's looking great. He really wants this, so I think we're gonna see a hell of a fight. Maybe there's gonna be knockdowns with either guy, but this is really a fight of who really wants it more. You have to dig deep down inside to really want this fight and win.
However, boxer Mikey Garcia Ryan, a former world champion, said that if Ryan showed up with the explosive mindset and confidence of a champion, he believed Garcia could claim the belt. But he also warned that if the uncertain, inconsistent version from past performances appeared, Barrios' experience and composure could tilt the fight in his favor.
Rumors of Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia. Who you got in that fight?
Oh, man. You know what? It's a difficult decision because it depends on what Ryan shows up. If the explosive, fast, and strong Ryan shows up, he's got a really good chance.
He's got it. He's the champion.
However, if
Barrios got the belt,
Mario Barrios uses his experience, which he has, and we see the Ryan that fought Rollies, for example, then Barrios would win.
Okay, so
it kind of falls on Ryan, which Ryan shows up to fight.
When asked for his prediction, Conor Benn gave a straight but respectful verdict. He leaned toward Garcia, completing the mission and proving why he deserved this title shot. Still, Ben refused to discount Mario Barrios, pointing out the Mexican fire and fighting spirit that makes Barrios dangerous, regardless of odds, and warning that the heart can never be counted out in boxing.
So who do you see winning that fight?
They brought Garcia in for one job, and that's to get the win. So I'm leaning towards Garcia, but you can never write off Barrios. That Mexican fire in him. You can't ever doubt a Mexican.
Mario Barrios didn't just praise Ryan Garcia, he made it clear that Garcia's last fight was one of the most chaotic yet captivating battles in recent memory, the kind that sticks in fans' minds long after the final bell. Barrios said he initially expected Devin Haney to control the fight with cleaner precision, but instead he watched Garcia's electrifying left hook act as a legitimate equalizer, the kind of punch that can instantly swing momentum the way a Deontay Wilder bomb can.
I thought it was one of the ugliest entertaining fights, I've seen in a really long time. I did think, that Haney was gonna just keep everything on the outside, keep everything sharp. But, Ryan, he has the complete equalizer in that hook. I compared it, kind of to Deontay Wilder's straight right hand. He could change the fight at any moment. And congrats to him. He went in there. He proved a lot of people wrong, especially because a lot of people thought he was kind of off the with everything he was saying and the whole lead up. But apparently, he had everybody fooled.
That moment, Barrios admitted, was significant not just because it changed the narrative of that fight, but because it proved Garcia has real finishing power and can deliver under pressure, forcing skeptics to rethink just how dangerous he can be on a big night. Another perspective came from observers concerned about Ryan's tactics. Some analysts pointed out that Garcia's signature left hook is incredibly powerful, but said that if Barrios came in with a disciplined game plan, specifically designed to neutralize that weapon, especially by using distance and timing, it could leave Garcia without a clear answer. In that scenario, they argued, Barrios could exploit Garcia's predictable patterns and take control of the fight.
Ryan is a super talented fighter, but IQ-wise, he only knows but few things. He's always gonna resort back to that hook. And if Barrios comes into the right game plan, with the right game plan, it's going to be the same. If somebody has a game plan for the hook, he's going to get beat.
With Ryan looking to prove himself at the highest level and Barrios standing in his way, Canelo's involvement adds a whole new layer of intrigue, experience, championship mentality, and elite-level preparation could now be part of Garcia's camp. Canelo Alvarez and Ryan Garcia side by side, both locked in, both firing at the fierce reflex bag at the same time. No talking and distractions, just rhythm, speed, and pure focus. The intensity in the room says everything. Sharp movements, lightning reactions, and that championship mindset on full display. It's not just a workout, it's a statement. When a legend and a rising star move in sync like that, you can feel something bigger brewing. Inside the gym, it's all eyes on Ryan Garcia as he tears through a full sparring session, and standing close by, none other than Canelo Alvarez is watching every move. But this isn't just about observation. Canelo is in the corner dropping pointers in real time, showing the kind of guidance only a champion of his caliber can give. Every jab, every slip, every combination Ryan throws is being analyzed, corrected, and praised, giving fans a rare glimpse at how a superstar mentor shapes a rising star. It's equal parts coaching, respect, and pure love for the art of boxing, and the energy in the gym is electric. Canelo Alvarez and Ryan Garcia are in the gym unleashing insane speed and knockout-level power, tearing through the heavy bag and mitts like two forces of nature, with Coach Eddie guiding every strike. Every punch lands with authority, every combo is precise, and the intensity is so high you can almost feel the air shake. Watching a legend and a rising star push each other to the limit like this, it's pure boxing chaos, and it's impossible to look away.
Sí, voy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ahí va. 1, 2, 3. Ahí. 1, 2, 3. Ahí. 1, 2, 3. Ahí. Vamos, vamos. Eso, agarra ahí.
Mario Barrios has taken his preparation to another level for the ring, high-stakes showdown, and his training camp has been nothing short of relentless. To sharpen every edge, Barrios made a key switch in his corner, bringing in Hall of Fame trainer Joe Goosen, who previously coached Ryan Garcia himself, a move that has added a psychological and tactical twist to the build-up. Barrios has been drilling with Goosen since early December, putting in extra rounds on the floor and working to perfect both his offense and defense with surgical precision, rather than just staying busy in the gym.
Good. Look, right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, double jab, right hand. Finish with a
Barrios has made it clear that he isn't underestimating Garcia. He's training like he expects the best version of his opponent to show up, and he's been quietly grinding day in and day out, focused on distance, timing, and conditioning to ensure he's at peak performance when the bell rings. Barrios says he's not a man of many words. He'd rather prove himself through preparation and performance, and his work ethic, intensity, and disciplined camp are all signs that he's ready to defend his belt in a massive fight night test. Canelo Alvarez, one of boxing's all-time greats, has unexpectedly become part of the narrative surrounding Ryan Garcia's massive welterweight showdown with Mario Barrios. What makes it even more compelling is Canelo's honest, almost big brother tone when talking about Garcia. He didn't just hype him, he said that as a friend, he wouldn't even let him out there alone unless he had the right people helping him and making sure he's truly ready. That backing, even a cautionary one, adds a whole new layer to this fight. It's not just a battle for a world title, it's a question of whether Garcia has the discipline, focus, and mental fire to step into the biggest moment of his career and walk away victorious. So here's what we want to know from you. Do you think Canelo's support will actually motivate Ryan or put more pressure on him? Will Garcia rise to the occasion against a tough, battle-tested champion like Barrios?